On behalf of the City of Los Angeles Department of Recreation and Parks, I'm certainly honored to have the opportunity to be here to talk about something that we are very excited about, and that is our partnership with the local school, Markham Middle School, in the Watts community. In addition to that, I want to just thank People for Parks, particularly Jack Foley, for being there to help us envision what's possible in terms of bringing our community together through athletics and the partnership with the local middle school. So what is smart recreation? Well, when we think about smart recreation, certainly folks can come up with different explanations of, or definitions of what exactly that means. But in our particular case, smart recreation means taking a particular community with the various challenges in which it has and applying the type of recreation programs, activities, and events that don't just keep kids busy and out of trouble, but actually deals with those social issues like gang violence, limited parental involvement, lack of quality programs, etc. For example, at Markham Middle School, we engaged about 60 youth in what we called a character-building sports program for 7 weeks last summer. These were 60 6th, 7th, and 8th graders who came from rival gangs in the housing development community in which the Department of Recreation and Parks serves. These youth were asked to participate in this particular program with the notion that they were expected to work on those barrier issues that kept them separated based on where they live. For example, kids who may have lived in the Jordan Downs housing development could not go to the recreation center at Imperial Courts housing development, and vice versa. The kids that lived in William Nickerson Recreation Center couldn't go to the Jordan Downs to participate in recreation activities and events. So what we decided to do is bring all those kids together under the idea of a cluster, brought them to the local middle school where the school was neutral, engaged them in extracurricular activities like basketball on Saturdays. We did a draft, we put them all on the same team, and we had them learning that just because someone lives in a different area of the community, just because there's been history, decades of gang involvement and separation, doesn't mean that you as a kid have to necessarily buy into that mentality of thinking. And in actuality, we took the kids on several field trips as a result of the 7-week program where they commingled together, worked on life skills, worked on character building skills, social networking skills, etc. And the whole purpose was to let these kids know, hey, listen, just because you see those things on a daily basis in your community don't necessarily mean you have to buy into it. Don't necessarily mean you have to see individuals who live in another housing development as your enemy. And it was a phenomenal, we had phenomenal success with that particular program. And I'll tell you, we were able to get the parents involved. The parents were standing room only in those gymnasiums watching their kids participate. This is something we haven't been able to do with the local programs that we have at the rec centers. Get the parents involved to come out and watch their kids play because of fear of violence and things of that nature. But by having the partnership with the local middle school, we were able to bridge some of those gaps. We were able to bring the community together and allow the community to see itself in a light in which it hasn't been accustomed to seeing itself. Smart recreation is just that. It's looking at the challenges up front. The days of just throwing out balls and bats are over. I mean, it's particularly in challenged communities. We have to meet them where they are, see the challenges that the community are facing, and then program accordingly in ways in which to successfully meet those challenges.